Our Bible story for our little ones from the Jesus Storybook Bible is the King of all kings. It's the story of the Magi at Epiphany, right? The three wise men, or the we three kings of that famous song, right? And so this story unfolds that these men in the East see this star, know that this baby is born, who's a king of the Jews, and perhaps by implication more than just the Jews, and so they travel to go visit him. And then there's this awesome scene at the end of the story when they finally figure out where he is, right? Because they go to Herod's court and they can't find him. They finally find him. They go and they visit Mary and Jesus in their house, right? They're out of the cave in Bethlehem. They're now in a house. And these Magi from the east come in and they kneel down and they worship Jesus, this little kid, Jesus, as the true king. And they give him these gifts, these very symbolic gifts of gold and frankincense and myrrh. Gold because Jesus is a king, right? He's the king of the universe. Frankincense because Jesus is God, right? Frankincense is sort of like the incense at Mass, right? It's a sweet smelling, it's a rock that when you burn it, it makes a sweet smelling smoke that rises up to heaven, sort of visualizing our prayers rising to heaven, right? And you would burn incense as part of a way of worshiping a god. So they give him frankincense because he is God. And then they give him myrrh, symbolizing that someday Jesus is going to suffer and die for us and ultimately rise from the dead to make a way to heaven for us, because myrrh was this burial spice that you would anoint the human body with before burying it. So they bring these awesome gifts to Jesus. So in this story of the Magi, we've got a short form of the entire life of Jesus, right? He comes in this hidden way in a cave in Bethlehem. The religious leaders don't recognize him, don't even know where to find him, really. Or if they know where to find him and they don't care. And it's these outsiders, these Magi, these wise men, who come in, recognize who Jesus is, and whether they know it or not, they give him these symbolic gifts showing that he is a king, he is God, he will suffer and die for us to take away our sins and rise to new life so we can all be with him forever in heaven. This is the rescue plan that God had in mind from the very beginning.